Here we have a used 2017 Lincoln MKC. Now this one comes in Lux Silver Metallic, and then we have black leather interior. The powertrain consists of a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and that's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. This one also has all-wheel drive, but we're just gonna see how it's held up. Just has a little under 55,000 miles. As we come around to the front end here, we have our headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and LED signature lights down below. It reminds me of the older MKT, so I like how it kind of kept that same look. Now down here we have 18-inch aluminum wheels. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then power door lock controls are here, memory seat functions here. Wood grain feels nice. And then one-touch automatic up and down windows on all 4 doors. Power folding side view mirrors, and then we have blind spot monitors in those. Rear window lock, power mirror controls are there. We can pick a side, turn them on or off, and adjust using that dial in the middle. Decent sized room in the door panel. Headlamp controls are here. We do get a power lift gate, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then we have an electronic parking brake. Pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. We have a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And there's our power driver's seat. We have 2-way power lumbar support there. So you can see it's held up pretty nicely for the years. But big shout out to Lincoln and Franklin for allowing me to review this MKC today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But there's their window sticker there. And there's a warranty that comes on it. So let's go ahead and check out this rear seat room. I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So we're gonna see how I can sit behind myself in this. So not the most spacious, but decent size, I guess, for this small of a vehicle. We do have seat back pockets behind on both sides. And sorry for the glare there, but there's a 12-volt down here. And then we do have the rear AC vents back here. Now it's very dark because these windows are pretty tinted, and I believe that's the factory tint on them. So pretty impressive there. Grab handle here. And then we do have a hanger hook. We can hang one plastic hanger or a metal hanger hook there. Don't give it too much though. It's not necessarily heavy duty, but it gets the job done for lighter loads. Small bottle holders there in the middle seat. We can fold our headrest. See if I can get out of here. Now we're gonna come back around to the back end here. And I like the look of the rear end, having the LED tail lamps there, dual exhaust, and then just having the rear park assist integrated into the bumper there. Let's go ahead and open this up. And I like that even though this is kind of an older vehicle, the power lift gate is seamless in opening. Not hearing a lot of creaking or anything. On either side we have hooks here if you want to hang bags. Underneath here we have our spare tire. And a small pocket on the side here if you want to have something in the back that doesn't roll around. And then if you want to have something taller in here, you kind of have a netted pocket there. So I like how they did that. And it does make the opening bigger where the tail lamps are actually integrated into the lift gate as opposed to having them on the side there. Fuel fillers here. Now to the rear passenger side, I'm going to show you how the seat folds down. Just pull that there, pretty easy to do, and then fold it back into place pretty easily. And again, if you want to go ahead and just let the headrest down, you can just hit that button there. And you can also use this lever to recline as well. Not much that you can do, but there's a little bit of wiggle room there. And then to our front passenger side, we do have power with 2-way lumbar support like the driver's side. So very appreciative of that. Lockable glove compartment, great storage in here. This one still has the owner's manuals in it. And then we're gonna go ahead and pop the hood real quick. And I do want to point out that Lincoln and Franklin does offer a lifetime warranty on this vehicle in particular. So if you're interested in that, this might be the place to go to get one of these. But around here, if you want to go ahead and pop the hood, it's not where you think it'd be in the middle. You go over here, and there's a little yellow switch you can see, and you just hit that. And it's covered up, but there's that 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. And next, I'm going to go ahead and just experiment from the driver's seat. So leather wrap steering wheel, again, it is power, tilt, and telescoping, so that's nice to have, especially on more of a, I guess, the smaller, more basic model that Lincoln offers. There's the horn there. Over here to the radio, we do get the navigation system. It's nice to have that in the select trim as well. For audio, we do get AM, FM, XM, along with Bluetooth. We still have a CD drive here. And then to connect your phone, hit add phone there.
Search for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found.
And that's all you have to do. We do get dual zone automatic climate controls that you can control either from the screen, or you have buttons down below here that include your 3-stage heated front seats. And then in your settings here, you can go ahead and change your language or your units of measurement for temperature, distance, etc. So you have those 3 language options. And then your vehicle settings are in here if you want to fool with that, as well as the ambient lighting or the display itself. Now for the shifter, press P for park. All of it's push button, reverse, neutral, drive, sport. And then in reverse, there's that backup camera there. So decent picture, I think. Now I do love this, having the automatic brake hold there, push button, and then hazards are there. Now down below here, we have 2 USB-A ports and a 12-volt right in there, and you can close all that off. Bottle holders are here, center console cubby space, and I love how this works. So we have the top tray there. There's a 12-volt down there too, but you can just do it in one fell swoop, and then you don't have to actually hit 2 different buttons. Like there's usually a tray up top here for those that have 2 storage areas, but that's just kind of integrated into the whole thing. So that's pretty neat. View of the back seat, and then sunglasses holder is here. Those are the LED dome lights, universal garage door transmitter, and the vanity mirrors there. Now back to the steering wheel, we can toggle that on or off there for the cruise control, set the speed, resume, cancel, and then we have our track list or radio station presets we can go through, and these are also Bluetooth buttons when you're in the phone menu. Volume can be adjusted here. I like that we have a mute button and a voice recognition button there. And then paddle shifters are behind the steering wheel. Blinkers are here. You can toggle those high beams there, flash there. And one thing I want to say is with the air off, I can literally, I usually don't notice this, but I can hear myself breathing. That's how quiet the acoustics are in here. So that's pretty impressive. And then windshield wiper controls are here. That's the intermittent you can adjust. And then you have one time off, intermittent low, high. And then our rear wiper here. So intermittent on, and then push back for the rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front wiper fluid. Now back to these little gauges here. We can go through on either side in typical fashion what we want to go through. So in the middle part, we can use this to go through the entertainment, nav, phone, or just pull up the speedometer there. And then on the left side, we can go through our settings, display, fuel economy. So I like to keep my fuel economy up right there. So just a nice setup, I think, and how everything is easy to use and you have a lot of options to go through. But finally, there's the key fob with remote start. And then right above the shifter, if you will, is the push button start. Next, let's go ahead and take this 2017 Lincoln MKC all-wheel drive out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Lincoln MKC, I said this earlier, and now that I'm actually driving this around, I can kind of clarify, or confirm, I should say, the ride quality in here is so nice, along with the sound acoustics. So rides well. It's almost eerily, it's not an echo, but it's just, I feel like I'm alone in the world in this cabin here. And that's very impressive for this to be the smallest SUV from Lincoln. And I love having all-wheel drive with a 2-liter turbo because I'm not getting a lot of wheel spin from the front necessarily. I'm just getting a nice pull. It still feels quick, which it is, but I don't feel like I'm necessarily being pulled hard from the front. And that's kind of fun for me, but this is just more practical in the sense where you're getting power to all 4 wheels, especially when necessary in light snow or things like that. And the ride, again, taking this corner here, when I'm in sports cars, I tend to feel the road, but here it's bouncy in a good way. So it's really sucking up the harsh bumps and making it easier to stay put in the seat here. But next I'm gonna put it in a sport mode and give it a pull coming out of this red light. So pretty fun to do using these paddle shifters here. If you want to turn those off, just hold this plus one down. But especially out of the stop, where red line, the shift was perfect. Everything was fantastic. So again, this is just impressing me more than I thought it would. But that was nice. That was very nice. And again, it's so quiet in here. Hearing the wheels just a tad, but it's probably because I'm feeling that through the floor as opposed to everything else on the outside. Sound acoustics, again, I can't say enough about how incredible they are. Yeah, just remarkable. And again, with the all-wheel drive system, you're not getting that feeling of torque steer when you're coming around a corner because all four wheels are moving. And just a great drivetrain here, top to bottom. Now this is an older model, so we don't have cruise control here, which if it was available at that time, we didn't see it a lot, having adaptive cruise, but you still have your standard cruise control, which is nice. Just kind of have to pay attention, of course. But I'm gonna take it out of sport mode and just see how it drives normally. But I mean, where the car is so quiet, I really can't tell if the shifts are livened up or not. Yeah, I really cannot hear the shift, so that's impressive. And I mean, final thoughts, just a great SUV. If you're wanting to save money with something that's on the smaller side, you can do that. The fuel economy numbers are great. I don't believe this requires premium, even though it is a Lincoln, so that's also nice. But a fun yet practical compact SUV. And with that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2017 Lincoln MKC.